Okay, good morning everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. Today is Saturday. It's the 28th of October. We're closing in on the month of October and we're going to be starting to get ready for the holiday season. I'm moving you guys over here for a second. So, this isn't really going to be a cooking with Joel video, nor is it going to be... I'm going to touch on two things. We're going to start with a little bit of the gardening segment, and then we'll talk about cooking, but there is no cooking involved today, and there's no really big gardening updates. Let me let my little dogs out for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, go ahead. You know, my monsters like to go outside, so... Abigail, come potty. So, I'm going to take you guys in the living room, and you're going to see some changes being made. Like, the floor is getting cleaned. All of this is going to move, and you're going to see these guys, which brings me into the gardening segment. But we're going to be moving this thing out of the house and packing what is in it, taking it, moving it wherever, and then storing it, because this needs to be gone by Monday because the new furniture is now arriving on Tuesday, and I'll get into that segment in a little bit. But let's talk about plants. Why are my eggplants in the house? Well, last night we had a cold front go through and our temperatures started to dip. They didn't dip quite to freezing, but tomorrow night, Sunday night, they will go down below 30. We're going to get down to a low of 28, and these can't survive outside. So I did feel the eggplants, and I don't know how, yeah, you guys can see this. They're still really, really firm, so I'm going to give them kind of a benefit of the doubt and see how they do in the house. Now, you'll notice these are not in front of the window, and that's bad for these because they do need sunlight. I do need to move them. However, my front window over here, and I showed you guys a couple of days ago, a video of all of the plants that are in the front window. I don't have room for the eggplants. So, and right now, because I don't have a kitchen table, I don't have a way to get them light in the kitchen. Now, I could put them theoretically right here, but I use this now for a cutting area and for, not storage, but when we wash dishes, I lay them on a towel over here to dry them and then put them away. So, this wouldn't be an ideal spot for the eggplants because I'm limited on how much countertop space I have. So, I'm going to see how the eggplants do in the house for the next probably week and then make a decision. I don't think they're going to get much bigger. If they don't get much bigger, I may just use what's there for something small and call it a wash. And basically means that, you know, next year when I plant my eggplants in the garden, I'll plant them in a different location in the garden and hope that they grow faster than they did this year. And I tried new soils this year that I haven't used in the past. I had some success with some things, and then some things that normally do well in my garden didn't do well at all this year. And I'm not the only one that had the problem. I noticed quite a few YouTubers had the same exact problem I had this year. So it was just a weird year for growing certain vegetables. Now, my cabbages did grow. The problem is again, I had them way too close together. So next year, I'm not going to plant as many cabbages, but I'm going to make sure that they have at least a foot apart so that they can actually grow. So, that takes care of the gardening segment. Now let's talk about the furniture. Well, I did get a delivery date. Actually, they were wanting to deliver today, and the reason I turned today down is they gave me a window of 7:30 this morning to 10:30 this morning, and I wasn't home for half the day yesterday, and I had other things I needed to do yesterday, and I was too tired when I did get home to clean and do a lot of lifting. So I told them flat out, I said, you know, you guys already said Tuesday the 31st. I was planning for that day anyway. that's the day I want the furniture delivered. So she changed me over to Tuesday and said, that's fine. We can do that for you for Tuesday. So my furniture will be arriving Tuesday. If it comes early, I will be doing a complete video of the full remodel of the kitchen and show you everything. There's going to be things that aren't perfect in the kitchen at first until we get more organized. And then we'll be able to go from there. Now, this weekend, I'm moving you guys on this side. This weekend, I'm doing no cooks. I'm fighting off a slight cold. Unfortunately, when I got my nails done the other night, this very beautiful little girl, and when I say little, she's probably in her mid-20s, was sitting next to me, hacking and coughing, and I think I picked up a little bit of her cold. But it could also be my allergies. So, today I'm going to kind of take it easy. I've got to do some gardening work at the pantry that I work at. So I'm going to take the lawnmower and the leaf blower and some power cords with me and do some work over there for her. My husband's going to cook dinner tonight. We're going to have pork chops. He's going to probably do them in a fry pan. Nothing really special with those tonight. I have no big cooks coming up this week. And I'm trying to think. Next week, I'm going to be at the pantry on Thursday, but I am going to get at least the Hungarian goulash made sometime next weekend. That's my goal, is next weekend to do the Hungarian goulash, which, if I can get the meat for Monday or Wednesday, because I have things going on both days, we'll do the Swedish meatballs, so that will be coming up. In the meantime, what else is coming up? Well, since I'm not doing Thanksgiving this year myself, but I'm doing the pies, we'll go over again when you want to start making your stuff, when you need to have all of your ingredients bought so you can make stuff. And we'll go through that. And other than that, we'll be doing another gardening update video. I'll be doing that probably maybe sometime next weekend. I'm not going to do that this week at all because my plants are they're getting adjusted to being in the house again. So I'm not going to do any type of update for that. I have no painting right now to do, and there is nothing new with the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan is the ceiling fan. It's doing pretty good. I do need to mention one thing with the ceiling fan, and I'm going to move you guys back over here so you can see it. Ceiling fans, if you own a ceiling fan or you're thinking of putting in a ceiling fan in your kitchen or bedroom or wherever, they have two different settings. One for the summer will rotate clockwise, which this is rotating clockwise. And then another switch, if you flip it, it'll go counterclockwise. You might be wondering what the counterclockwise does. Well, that's for winter and brings the hot air that's sitting towards the ceiling down, and it actually helps warm up an area and allows the air to circulate. So I need to change that a little bit later today to do that. And that usually is for the winter months, and then of course you change it in the spring, summer, for those days when it's nice out and you want to have your kitchen a little bit cooler and you want the outdoor air to circulate through the house or through the room. So you do that in the spring. So that's just a tidbit for that. Other than that, I need to get these screens in, and you will see Grandma's mixers right there, and I've got some bowls down there. Those need to be moved. For the time being, I'm probably going to move them to the dining room, but they're not going to be staying in the dining room. That's just a temporary solution. Speaking of which, I will show you. The dining room may look a little bit cramped. It actually is not. This is just keys we need to go through. My grandmother's juicer is sitting over here. I need to get that into place, and then they're just little bowls that need to be put away, and then of course my records are at the end of the table. So the table is actually not as bad as you would think that it is. Everything else is pretty much organized really well. I do need to do some dusting of the china cabinets. It's been a long time since I've dusted either china cabinet, although I was working when I did the dining room for our anniversary a couple of days ago, my grandmother's china cabinet, and I'm going to refer to this as grandma's because that's who it was for. I did dust that. It's this one directly behind me that needs a good dusting because I have not done that in a very, very long time. So everything else is predominantly good. Speaking of which, for holidays, and I know I'm babbling, that is something that you might want to think about doing now. If you are going to have your holiday parties or you're hosting Thanksgiving, if you have a formal dining room, make sure that you dust your chairs off, that the table is nice and clean. Use Pledge or good furniture polish to polish up your furniture. The same goes with the china cabinets. You might want to take a day or two, go through your china cabinet, see if anything is dusty in the china cabinet. Take everything out of the china cabinet, dust it, wash it, Windex it if it's glass, put everything back so that you have a good showpiece in your dining room that looks good. Now, there is one thing I do need to do, and I'm going to bring you guys over, that I did not do, that I forgot to do, but since I'm hosting Christmas, and that's this thing. I need to fully clean this chandelier. It is very dusty, it's very dingy, and it needs to be done this month. So today, actually, I'm probably going to take all of the crystals off, wash them, wash the chandelier. You need to make sure that all of that stuff is done. Same goes with any knickknacks that you guys have in your dining room. If you have photos or wall clocks or stuff, make sure all of that is also nice and dusted. Again, if you're hosting Thanksgiving and you're having people over, you want to make sure that your house is a nice showpiece area. It can look lived in, but why would you want to show dirt in your house? So it's a good idea to do that. My floors are going to get clean. They're not going to be perfect because of the dogs, but they are clean floors. And it has been raining off and on here. Speaking of the devil, that's my husband that just went by. So that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a like, hit the like button if you like this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more great videos. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below, even if it's just say hi or something. I know a lot of you guys did comment on the gardening video that I did last week. A lot of you commented on the jelly roll. We're going to be doing desserts, and we're going to be doing a lot of desserts, probably towards Christmas. I'm going to be doing more banana breads, and there is a different banana bread that I wanted to share with you that came out amazing. So I'm going to share that with you guys probably, maybe tomorrow, maybe even Monday. We'll see how I am for time. So we might do that on Monday if I have enough time. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next Cooking with Joel and the Gardening with Joel videos. See you later.